Okay, so we have our papers that we made last week, and this week we want to collage on them. And by that I mean we're going to use, I have this Tim Holtz Ideology paper, which is really cool. So we have some flowers that are already made. I also have a whole drawer full of his stuff. So we're going to grab some of that. So we have some numbers, which I love. So we're going to grab a slice of that. I think that's good for him. And then we're going to make some of our own too. So let me just tear this up. Okay. So let's put these aside for a second. Gonna need our Mod Podge. And then I'm going to use archival stamps. So there's orange in that one. Black and purple in this one. All right. So what archival is and I have two big pieces of tissue paper. What archival is a permanent stamp ink. So you could use StazOn, you could use anything like that. Doesn't matter what you use. And then I thought I got stamps out. Come over here. I know I got out stamps that were like cool medieval Halloween-y stamps. Did I put them away? That would be hilarious. I never put anything away. All right, we'll use this one. I love this stamp. I think this stamp is that stamp, so we can make them similar. Checks, that's very specific. I don't want anything that's really like screams a specific pattern. Well, I'm not mad because while I was looking around, I found some more tissue paper backgrounds that I'd already done with paint. We're not going to do this today, but we're going to use them on our collages. So weird. I don't really want blobs. This is very demure, but I could use purple for sure. That's exciting. These were done with stencils, and probably, if I had to guess, and I don't know why they were randomly sitting on my desk, but they were, and now we're going to use them. I found them. I'm setting up a new system for my stamps, and that's too orderly. This is very grungy, huh? That might be fun. So if you're playing along, run and get all your purple, orange, or black stuff. So we can do it on our Halloween things. That was a true gem that I found. Okay, so here we go. I got my little stamp block. Little card I keep from one of my readers. And this is Villainous Potion, so this is going to be purple. I might need to get one more piece of and to me this scripty font looks very, Dracula's castle. And then let's do real script, script. And if you want to make these really different and unique and have all different stamps, you go for it. I just know that I'm going to tear this up into little pieces and nobody's going to know what it looked like. All right, so that's my purple. And now I'm going to do orange. This is kind of a fun, dirty orange. Now, I want mine to look dirtier. If you want yours to look nice and clean, then don't use dirty colors. But I like dirty colors. They have more, what is it? So it's, what is it? You that took classes, shades and tones. Dirty colors have more shades in it? I can't remember. I did a bunch of research for a Playing with Color free ebook that I made. And at one point in my life, I knew the difference. Okay, let's do that one. And then let's go back to this. And it's going to look even worse for a second because that purple is going to get reactivated. See, it made it even darker. So if you don't want darker colors, archival ink reactivates archival ink. Okay. And last but not least, let's do some scripty font. I'm going to do a whole bunch down here because I've been neglecting it. And the reason why I need to use archival, which won't move with liquid, is because I do multimedia, mixed media. And so we're going to put Mod Podge on it. And when you put Mod Podge on something, it is a liquid. And if you're using regular Tim Holtz inks, the liquid in the Mod Podge will smear everything you do. So now let's get back to our papers and get our Mod Podge out. Do I have any clean brushes? Ooh, my Mod Podge is good. I'll be right back. My clean brushes are where all clean brushes should be, in the kitchen. All right, so for this one, I'm going to use these. I'm not going to mix up the different ones. I'm going to use these words. And if you have not Mod Podged or decoupaged before, you're going to put a layer down. You're going to put your item on it, kind of blend it in there. And then you're going to put a covering on top. Okay, there we go. Looks like I used purple the last time I did this because I'm bleeding some purple. It's fine, it's fine. Nice people could clean their brushes better. You are never going to know this after we get all our layers of stuff on. Can I? Nope, I can't move it. That's where it's going. You can be made more deliberate and careful than I am. I tend to not really care too much, especially for background bits like this. I'm just trying to get a bunch of layers of really neat patterns and textures to do artwork on later. So now for this one, usually you like to work in odd numbers. So normally you would have like 5, but I only have 4, and the world will keep spinning. I promise you. It will be fine. All will be well. Put this aside now. There's a lot of Mod Podge on this one. Got a little excited about it, didn't you? Me. All right, now we have the, let's do the flower ones. Those are pretty. And I don't want super sharp lines. A lot of the tissue paper from Tim Holtz will melt into it. His tissue paper melts better than the tissue paper I worked on was, you know, $15 a ream, and Tim Holtz collage paper is not $15 a ream. Let me just say that. Just gonna add some little stuffies here and there. Just to make our background a little bit more interesting. Do we have another kind of rosy one? You know what? Let's merge these. Let's do, I wouldn't do two different like collage papers, but I'll do a little bit different background colors. Let's put this one. You also don't want to just go around the edges. So for this one, I'm going to go right here. And there is a lot of red in this brush. It does not matter. In some projects, it would matter. In this project, it does not matter at all. At all. There we go. Because each one of these is going to have a color on it with acrylic. Even though I'm going to water it down, acrylic paint is still opaque. It's going to be okay. All right, stripies. Let's do this one on stripies because I love this one. Look at this giant 777. We can't have a giant 777. All right, here we go. Here we go. Now you'll have to tell me in the bottom, is it interesting to watch me collage and to kind of see where I would place things, or would you rather not have to watch me do all of them, just tell you what it is and then come back when it's done? That would be a much shorter video. Some of you like short videos, you told me. So I've been trying to make my videos shorter. YouTube also says that. So I get better views on my shorter videos. That's a lot of Mod Podge on a brush. On a brush. So let me know in the comments below if you like seeing all the work, or if you're like, could you just show us what happened at the end? I kind of love this one. I think it's because I like diagonals though, right? I like diagonal stripes to start with, so I'm like, oh, this is really nice. And it's just because it's diagonals. There we go. I do like all the typography stuff. Now, one thing to think about is if you're going to be doing something besides acrylic. So acrylic is normal paint, right? You get at Michael's. But it doesn't care what's underneath it, right? Like it's a medium that works well on open surfaces and closed surfaces. It doesn't care. But if you're going to be using like a dye or stamping or anything like that underneath your, on top of your backgrounds, you may want to Mod Podge the whole thing, right? Because that's going to give you an equal background all over everything if that's a consideration you need in your artwork. All right, now we're going to use Tim's, these two sets for Tim. Actually, let's do one set of Tim and do a little orange. Okay. How many more do I have to go? I have a ton of Tim in the bottom of my drawer, so don't fret if we run out of collage stuff. I have a stash. We will not run out. Now I do want to get this into all those grooves of the drywall tape because I want it stuck down in there. Oh my gosh, the birdies are flying around. And earlier, I was trying to start last week's video. And I couldn't talk because there was the prettiest red bird. And she was under the tree. I was trying to talk. I'm like, yeah, I can't talk. There's a pretty red bird. So what I did was, I did 3, right? 3 different areas. Bink, bink, bink. One knot in the dead center, or one knot on the edge. And so what I'll do now is I'll do 3 more. So we're going to do which side? I guess I can't tell which side I did this on. Oh, another tip for what not to do. I tend to work in a big pile of all my papers. And because I do that, I tend to glue all my papers together. If you want to avoid gluing all your papers together, don't like have them in a pile off to the side and bring the one you're working in as you go. I'm modeling bad paper behavior. That looks cool. Look at that on that tape. All right, we're gonna put 2 more pieces of this. I love this. That's a lot in one place. How about there? Yes. And the neat thing about, you know, using your own stamps and stamp pads is you can make any color you want. So you can make all kinds of purples and you can make all kinds of oranges if you're doing it for Halloween. I'm doing it for Halloween today. Just getting some backgrounds together. There we go. That one's done. Okay, so for this one, I think I'm going to use some more orange. Now, I'll tell you a secret. I don't think that this is going to be my favorite because it feels like this, the pattern in the washi tape is very specific. But you never know. The reason you keep going is you never know. Once you get the tissue paper on, I may be like, oh my gosh, that is the coolest thing in the whole world. So we're just going to do this and see what we think. Ooh, look, that's a good one. We're going to just come right up like a little mushroom right here. And see why I wasn't worried when I made this? Because I knew I was going to cut it up into different, or tear it up into different pieces. So you would never know that we used a bunch of the same stamps over and over again. Little birds out there. It's not even spring, little birds. And then let's do some of this. I will tell you, over the years, I have found that some things that I thought I wouldn't like at all have turned out to be my favorite things. And some things I have thought, oh, that's going to be so beautiful, have turned out to be my least favorite things. So I go ahead and use the papers and use the collage papers and make the things, and then after I'm done, then I check and see whether I like them or not. That one has a line. I don't like a line. All right, we got this one. Oh, the fluffy dog is out next door. He's always so happy. He just scampers around. Okay, we have 4 more. Let's see, we got our purple. Oh my goodness, we have these guys. Almost forgot them. Just ran out and his mom let him in. He's like, Mom, let me in. So we're going to do for this one, we're going to do this stuff and then some of the purple stamping we did. Now I will say that it's almost impossible to tear this kind of collage paper perfectly. You're probably going to be a lot less frustrated if you just kind of wing it, because with the background paint or the background stamps, it's hard to get like a really straight line or anything. Okay, let's use half of this purple. Oh, I stuck that in very far. Oopsie. Oopsies. All right, there we go. Oh, that's pretty. I really kind of am digging this one. With the combination of that stamp and the grunge. And what you might want to remember too is you're going to have, like, all my letters are backwards. Does not bother me. But if you're going to do stamping where you have letters, you want to try to figure out how to get your letters the right way. That's not enough of that. I need more purple. More cowbell. No, more purple. So we're going to have 2 extra little pieces of purple down here. Just to break up. All right, that one's done. I'm running out of places. I'm running out of places. So this one's going to be purple too. Oh, let's do purple this and this purple. This is heavy duty paint. This I did a pull with white paint to pull the whole back off. And so it's not just like fluff, like it's opaque. You can't see through the tissue paper anymore because there's a back of white on it. So this one is just going to have white background on top of the collage. You're not going to be able to see through it. Or if you can, it will be the teeniest bits, not like we can through everything else. It's fine. It's fine. The magical desk gods brought us purple old collage paper. Who are we to ask the desk gods why? That is fun. That is really, really fun. And I don't remember doing it. I hardly ever craft drunk, so you would think that I would remember having done such beautiful work, but I can tell you that it could be 5 years old, right? A lot of times when I'm not feeling like making art with a capital M, capital A, I will just do, you know, background papers or gel plate or little things here and there that years later, when I'm doing a collage-y thing, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the most amazing thing. But had I sat down this morning and said, oh, we're going to make this collage, you know, collage tissue paper. We're going to make backgrounds. We're going to make gel plates. Nobody does that. Well, I don't. If you do that, you are a better woman than I am. I can't do all those things in one day. I'm kind of a 1 or 2 step gal. Plus, you gotta wait for stuff to dry. Like, I live in Florida, and I'm here to tell you that this stuff ain't gonna dry till tomorrow. We'll make one more purple and black one, and then a whole black one, and then we'll be done. Let's pick some different things. That's cute. I don't need a butterfly. It's very plain. Guess I could use it. Considering I'm just going to tear it up. I love bees. Let's keep the bees for later. Oh, that's good. All right. And I'm a little bit covered. I thought I had 3. Me. Okay. So, usually I show you the end. But today, today I will not be able to show you the end because I promise you, in Florida, it takes a whole day for Mod Podge to dry. That's just the way it is. We live in 90% humidity 8 months of the year. It does get a little less humid in like December, January, February, March. That's when all the snowbirds come down, when it's all beautiful here. But during the summer, like this is, it is hot as Hades and it is humid. Now, when I first moved here in 95, it rained every day at 5. Now it doesn't do that. But I miss that. I liked when it rained because it cools things down, right? The rain. Let's do this one. And then one last one. I feel like I'm totally out of places to put things. Okay, let's tear these up. This is going to be a very demure one. Which is fine. They don't all have to be in your face, right? I don't know if I told you this, but I was mad at my craft room for being messy. And so I'm very pleased with myself that today I came in and the first thing I did was clean it up. And now we're friends again. There we go. And we'll do this. Do we want another corner? Yeah, we'll do the bottom corner. I cannot wait to do the painting on this. I think this project is going to be so cool and fun for backgrounds. Paint is what's going to bring it all together. So if you are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, because that isn't coming out until next week when we add the paint and bring the whole thing together. Oh, and if you didn't watch the first part, we made the background papers. So this is like a 3-parter. Very, very fancy. All right, there we go. And that is the end. I hope you played along with me. I hope you had fun. And I hope that helps. Tara Jacobson, Artsy Fartsy Life.